Hey peeps! Welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta and today it is Imbolc. So, yes, welcome. Hello. I'm so glad that you're here. Who can I see? I can see that we've got Sharon. I can see that we've got Dee. Merry Imbolc to you all. I'm so pleased that you're here. Hello. Right. So, just before we begin, I do have music playing. Can you just let me know if it's too loud, or if it's too distracting? I can adjust that before we start. Last time it was too quiet. This time I don't know if it's too loud. Just let me know. Additionally, those of you that wish to take part, I will be drinking some milk towards the end of the ritual, which is sort of traditional, with white being a theme. But water is fine. Anything that you want to partake of at that point in the ritual is completely fine. But if you wanted to go grab yourself something now is the time to do it. So on the phone, it's a little bit louder, but both is fine. Okay, I might just turn it down. It's a little bit loud for me, so I might just a smidge turn it down. Okay, so obviously this is only our second live ritual, so we are still finding our feet. We're still learning. This is a very different scenario for me than what I'm used to. Previously, for those of you that don't know my background, I was the co-founder of the Moon River Wicca tradition, and prior to that, the founder of the Children of the Sacred Laughter, which was a local open circle group. We hosted 13 events a year, 8 of them being ritual based and the rest being workshops. So a couple more people. Hello, Sherilyn. Hello. I am very much used to a circle of people, and I don't have that here, so I'm just finding my feet still and adapting rituals from that previous life so that they work slightly better in an online setting. So hence the face-to-face internetiness, which is new, still getting used to that. But it made more sense than you just looking at my hands, which is what you normally get in a video. So, okay. Has everybody had a chance to settle themselves? Get in? I know there's a couple of people that do already have a copy of my book, which is this one. It is called Circles of Sacred Laughter. It is an anthology of seasonal rituals. You can get it from Amazon. If you've got that already, you will notice some similarities to the Imbolc ritual that's in that book, although we're not following it exactly, because that requires dancing and passing things around. And obviously in this setting, that's not an option. So, hello, Helen. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. Okay, so deep breaths. And we're ready to begin. Enter our circle on this night with minds open and eyes bright. Priest and priestess, one and all, come to us now, to you we call. This is a time for celebration, a time for feasting and libation. We ask that you leave behind the cares and quarrels of your day. Just shake them off. And you enter a sacred space with love and friendship in your heart. So, we consecrate our salt and water. Creatures of water, I cast from thee doubt, hesitation, fear, and distrust. I cast into you strong will, hope, warmth, and friendship. Creatures of salt, I cast from thee doubt, hesitation, fear, and distrust. I cast into thee strong will, hope, warmth, and friendship. Salt water joins to beloved as we are joined across the universe. Blessed be. Now, I want you to imagine that there is a breeze coming around you and cleansing you. And it smells like fresh sea breeze. Sweep away what blocks our life. Sweep away all stress and strife. Replace the void with happiness. Prepare the way for new success. I cast about us a circle, a web. It will contain all the power as it flows and ebbs. A perfect place of love and trust between the realms of men and the almighty spirits, where we worship once again. As above, so below. The web is cast. Now, we invite the elements to join us. Okay. So we have our incense now. Okay. Powers of east and air, hear me now, I call you here. The gifts of intellect I ask of you for this rite which we now do. Hail and welcome. Okay. We have our candle of fire in the south. Powers of south and fire, hear me now, aid our desires. Gifts of passion I ask of you for this rite which we now do. Hail and welcome. We have water. Water. Powers of west and water, hear me now, your child and daughter. Gifts of love I ask of you for this rite which we now do. Hail and welcome. And we have earth. Powers of the north and earth, hear me now and in times of dearth. Gifts of stability I ask of you for this rite which we now do. Hail and welcome. Together we are earth, we are air, we are fire, we are water. We are all things, and all things are us. We are connected, and we are free. So now we have our sacred space, and we've invited the elements and elementals to join us. The next step is to invite our Lord and Lady, our God energies. We start with the Lady. Soothing light, a mother's glow, shine down on us now that we may know your love and feel your comforting arms, keeping all of us safe from harm. On this night, we ask your presence, Lady, Mother, Lover, essence of all that is and e'er shall be. As we call, please come to me. Hail and welcome. And moving on to our masculine deity. Brilliant sunlight fills our hearts when we think of you, dear Lord. Thou art the perfect partner, lover, son, paired with the goddess since time begun. So now we ask you to with us meet, to make the partnership complete. So come with us and with us be. As I call, I ask your blessings, please. Hail and welcome. So tonight we have come together in a place that is not a place, at a time that is not a time. From the four directions we have gathered to join this web, this circle. We are different in the names that we speak, the ways that we seek, and the paths that we have travelled. But we are together in our reverence for nature, the cycles of life, and the inspiration within. So we are here tonight to celebrate Imbolc, the quickening of the earth. These are the first stirrings of spring from the womb of the mother. The triple goddess is a maiden again, full of spark of life, and as the days continue to lengthen, so the earth too will awaken from winter hibernation. This is a time of new beginnings, and we want you to all take this opportunity to create a spark of an idea which can grow and blossom as the days grow longer. Think of your spark, your idea, your seed. Close your eyes and listen. The earth stirs from her winter slumber. Snowdrops peep through snow-crusted soil. Autumn's harvest has left her tired, so all winter she has slept, resting after her toil. And now it is time for her to emerge, to waken again in the growing light, to coax out the crocuses and daffodillies, to stretch to the sun after such a long night. And though the wind in the trees is still blowing, and the rain clouds have not yet gone, we know that the maiden is awake, and spring won't be far along. You can open your eyes now if you like. So now we come to the central part of our ritual, and much like with our Yule ritual, I wanted to do a little bit of candle magic. I am going to make use of a spell kit which came in the witch casket that I received because it fits the purpose perfectly. So this is the witch casket peace of mind ritual. If any of you got the January kit, you will have this. But anybody with a candle and good intention do this themselves. This spell is for peace of mind. So for me, the new, fresh year, the beginning of spring and the budding of the earth is really about new ideas and new projects and starting fresh. One of the things that I struggle with is the anxiety that comes from a new project. So this peace of mind ritual will fit in with that for me. So I'm going to be, I'll just move that down to the side for a second. Using a mortar and pestle, I'm going to blend together. I've got lavender here, just dried or fresh would be fine. And I've got passion flower, which is dried. I'm also going to add, to boost the spell a little bit, I'm going to add some of our salt that we blessed at the beginning of the ritual. And a little drop of the blessed water as well. So I can continue to take the power that we've, and the energy that we've put into this, I can take that with me. So I'm going in a clockwise motion because we want to bring in positivity. Oh, this is where I wish that you guys had smell-o-vision. Okay. Finish off with a pentagram. Okay. And then I'm just going to coat this mixture onto the candle. You could, if you have just used the dried herbs, you can just surround your candle. Say you've got a tea light, you could just put some herbs around. Because I haven't used an oil here, it won't stick, but the essence of it is there. So I'm just going to put this here. So we've now got our dressed candle, and I'm just going to sprinkle the remains of these petals around. Okay. Whew. So, nature's flowers, I ask of thee. Bring me peace of mind. I call upon your energy to leave my cares behind. Nature's flowers, I ask of thee to bring me peace of mind. I call upon your energy to leave my cares behind. Nature's flowers, I ask of thee to bring me peace of mind. I call upon your energy to leave my cares behind. I'm just going to pop that off just to one side slightly. And we'll just let that burn down. I acknowledge the things that weigh heavy on my mind. I let them pass, and I feel the universe taking them away, leaving me at peace. And I'm going to leave that to burn down. So, this candle, dressed in flowers, very much represents Brigid or Brigid, the maiden goddess often associated with this time of year. Bride, in your white gown and frosty flowers, sleeping on the frozen earth, your heartbeat warms the ground beneath you, and ice begins to thaw. We celebrate the lady on this Sabbath night. We celebrate the maiden in the growing light. And so, almost as quick as we've begun, we have passed the apex of our ritual, and we are now coming towards the closing. At this time, as I explained during our Yule ritual, it is traditional to take in food and drink or to feast, particularly as it helps ground us after we have raised energy during the ritual. So I have some bread. From the sun to the land, from the land to the grain, from the grain to the flour, and from the flour to the bread. I consecrate this bread in the name of the Lord and of the Lady, so mote it be. And in honour of the season, continuing our white theme, we have milk. From the moon to the meadow, from the meadow to the cow to the milk. I consecrate this drink in the name of the Lord and the Lady. So mote it be. And now there are many different traditional wassails that can be said when passing round cakes and ale. I like to say, may your belly always be full, and may your glass or your cup always be full. So, sure, pass these to you and say, may your belly always be full. And may your cup always be full. As you partake of your milk and bread or whatever it is that you're having now to help ground you, Take a few moments to give thanks for the bounty of the earth, particularly at this time of year when so few foods are readily available and seasonal. Give thanks for that bounty and spare a thought for those in the world who have gone hungry today. So, Lord and Lady, we thank you for the gift of this food. May it bring us health and joy. May it ground us and remind us of our connection to the earth. As we receive, so do we give back, for that is the cycle of life. Blessed be. And we will then say farewell to our Lord and Lady, our deities. Mother Goddess, gracious Lady and Lover, we thank you for joining us this Imbolc, and we bid you farewell with a kiss. Go if you wish, but stay if you will. Hail and farewell. And our God figure. Father God, we thank you for joining us in this our Imbolc rite. We bid you farewell with a kiss. Go if you wish, but stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Powers of North and Earth, of fertile field and woodland shrine, we thank you for your presence here on this Imbolc rite. Go if you wish, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Powers of the east and air, of wild storms and winds benign, we thank you for your presence here on this Imbolc rite. Go if you wish, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Powers of south and fire, of burning flame that lights the night, we thank you for joining us at our Imbolc rite. Go if you wish, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Powers of west and water, of oceans deep and tears of mine, we thank you for your presence here at our Imbolc rite. Go if you wish, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Blessed web we cast around, now I raise thee to the ground. Energies now grounded be, as I will, so mote it be. Hail and farewell. Okay, I will open up the comments and the floor if anybody's got any questions, comments, suggestions. I am all yours for the next however long. So thank you to everybody that's joined. Hello to those that came in after we had begun. Welcome, welcome. How is everybody? I'm so glad you feel uplifted. That's brilliant. Yeah. Oh, it's just, yeah, I always feel a bit. Who have we still got? Who did I? Oh, hello. I don't know if I said hello to you, Dawn. Hello. Sorry. DS. Hello, hello. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Dawn. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. So, yeah, I'm easing myself in gently. I figured this year I will rework the rituals that I've already done and try and make them work. And then next time the wheel circles round, I will write something new and specific, and hopefully we'll have found our feet with online rituals and how they work. So I just feel very chill now. Waiting for my next book. Oh, well, there's a few bits of my writing that are out there. If anyone's got any, I don't want this to turn into a big plug, but this book, Naming the Goddess, I didn't write all of this. This is a big book. But I wrote 2 chapters in this because this is like a kind of an encyclopedia kind of book with different goddesses in. So I think there's 80 writers that got together and we all wrote a little bit. So if you're desperate for more of my writings, then there's, if you look me up on Amazon, there's a list of all the books. So, but yeah, I'm quite proud of my little ritual book. So, I was, full disclosure, I was really not feeling this about an hour ago. I don't know, I just had my energy really slumped, and I was like, oh, do you know what? I just want to curl up under my duvet. It's still winter, no. And I was like, no. Gave myself a kick up the butt and thought, I need to do this. This is important. And I'm so glad that I did. And yeah. Just I hope that other people have found it as uplifting as I have. I feel energized. So off to Amazon we go. It has been a weird week, Shaz, you're quite right. Yeah, it really has. Yeah. Oddly, this ritual felt like it took more time than the Yule ritual, but I've just caught the clock at the corner of my eye and it was shorter. So who knows how these things work. I always find that time moves differently in a ritual. That's my personal opinion. And I've known people who, struggled with aches and pains from standing, who could stand in a ritual circle for 20 minutes, half an hour without a single ache or pain. And then you take that circle down and immediately they start feeling it. So, it's cold and rainy. Oh, it has rained, but you've missed the rain. Oh, okay. Yeah. They keep threatening that it's going to snow here, but we haven't had any yet. So, we will see. But yeah, so in terms of festivals, our next one will be Ostara, which is Pagan Easter, I always say. It's I think one of my children's favourite ones because they get to have eggs before all of the other children, and then they get eggs again when it's Easter. So so Ostara, Let me just check my diary. I think I've already put it in here. March. Yes, so it will be a Monday. It's March 20th. So it will be a Monday night ritual. So oh, that's fine. Yeah, do watch on catch up. You're most welcome to. Yeah, go chill. Diamond Pixie Craft, hello, blessed be. Lovely to see you. Have you just arrived or were you lurking? Oh, Helen, you had snow in January. You know, we haven't had more than a thick frost, I think. Yeah, so. Oh. So, hey, how are you, Blunts and Gems? Good to see you. So, any questions? No. I'm trying to think of things. I'm trying to preempt now. I have an ever-growing collection of things that came from witch caskets. So, and they're just conveniently sized for this situation. So, I have collected more and more of them together for these purposes because they're all slightly smaller, whereas big public rituals need bigger paraphernalia so that you can see it. But yeah, I'm particularly liking the spell candle holder that came from them that's got the little trough around the edge for collecting your herbs and things. So it's fine. If there are no questions, then there's no questions. I'm just going to assume that means I did my job. So, just usual thing, if you happen to be watching this on replay, do put #replay in the comments so that I can see. And of course, if you're watching on replay and you've got any questions, comments, all of that stuff, you can either pop it down in the comments or you can always look me up on the socials. I'm everywhere except TikTok. That's about the only place you won't find me. So yeah, you can, if it's particularly like a pagan-y thing, you can check out the Moon River Wicca page on Facebook, or you can just email me. It's fine. Thanks, Shaz. Explain terminology for a baby witch. Oh, when you say large ritual, where would that be? So the first public rituals that I did were in a park area locally. I approached the local council and said, I want to hold outside rituals. They said, are you going to sacrifice chickens? Because, you know, it was the early 2000s and that was what people said when you said that you were going to do a ritual. I convinced them that I wasn't going to do that. I gave them an open invite to come along whenever they wanted to. They never did. So yeah, it was it was really nice. It was a walled garden that we used that had like iron gates at the front. We were allowed to have a copy of the key for the gates so we could lock ourselves in, do our ritual. There was a little toilet block and a kitchen and stuff there, so that was really nice. When there was lots of us, it meant that you could be a bit more comfortable. And when it was particularly damp, there was space inside where we could go and do our feasting and stuff. So that was you said sorry, my train left the station. Goodness, what happened there? Yeah, so we basically had the run of the place. It was really nice, and we did that for 10 years. So that was there, but also I have attended pagan camps that were in the New Forest. So those have ranged from sort of 30 people at a ritual to 130 people at a ritual. Yeah, so it varies. Skyclad or not skyclad. For public rituals, not skyclad. Also, we live in England. It's cold. Yeah, I think it. For those of you that don't know, skyclad means wearing only the sky, so naked. For personal rituals, I don't have a problem with it. I find it quite liberating. But for public ritual, it's not practical as much as anything else. But yeah, time and a place, definitely. So the camps are great. I really love them. And there's been an ebb and flow of the number of people that have attended. And I've had just as much fun at the really big camps as I have at the tiny ones. And I've been, well, gosh, my daughter's 21 this year, and I've been attending those for the whole of her life. So she's literally grown up around these people, and they become an extension of your family. So it's great for the kids. Oh, you're in Scotland. Oh, so definitely too cold for skyclad. But yeah, I miss being with other people and celebrating. So it's a great middle ground for, particularly, I don't go out much. So this is a nice happy medium. And if at some point somebody else wants to do a live Sabbath ritual, I will gladly attend. It doesn't have to be my face all the time. But yeah, this is I'm keeping up my promise to myself, which was putting the Witchy back into Crafty Witch, because it went by the wayside a little bit, got forgotten about. In terms of online presence, at least. Exactly, Sharon. For those of us that can't go out, this is nice. And gosh, do I wish that this existed when I was a baby witch and just, needing a community back in the days of, sending stamped addressed envelopes to get details about events that may or may not be near enough for me to attend, or going into AOL chat rooms trying to find people. What would you suggest to help to teach somebody to meditate? Can't relax or clear his mind. I think the thing that people struggle with a lot with meditation is this idea that you've got to think of nothing, and it's not about that. The best analogy that I've ever had anyone use for me is you are a bridge and there's a river running underneath you, and the thoughts that come to your head are leaves on the river. And as they pass underneath your bridge, you acknowledge them and you're like, oh, I'm thinking about this thing now. And then you let it go and you pass it on. And it's about clearing the thoughts, not about not having the thoughts, because trying to think about nothing is impossible. But being able to acknowledge the thought, maybe acknowledge how that thought makes you feel, and then move on. That's probably the best advice, is to not try too hard. Relaxing. That's such a personal thing. I don't know. See, when it comes to relaxing for meditation, I can't have it quiet. I need something, but I don't want anything with words. So something like this kind of generic background music is quite nice. And yeah, I think about all of the senses. So you don't want to be too hot or too cold. You want to be comfy, but not forcing it. I think that's probably the most important. Baby witch in here. I don't know. I think everything's so much more accessible now, which is wonderful. But maybe there's something to be said for having had to, trawl places to try and find what I was looking for. Nowadays you could just Google it and find it, but the trouble with just Googling it is you don't know how sort of authentic that source is. I still love a book. So yeah, I'm just trying to think. You're most welcome. I hope that helps. Okay. Right. We are coming up on 50 minutes, and whilst I'm still feeling floaty and nice, I'd quite like to go and be floaty and nice with my family, I suppose. We did have our white feast today. I have been, talking of sources and the internet, I have been trying to find which book I initially discovered the concept of a white feast in, and because I wanted to reference it in something else I was writing. I have not been able to figure out which book it was that I read it in. The only other thing it could be is my initial training was through an online coven, so it may be something that I gleaned from them. I'm not sure, but the idea of a white feast at Imbolc definitely has it. It's probably from a Celtic Irish background. The foods that are readily available at this time of year tend to be roots and dairy, so there's not a lot of green food available at this time. So it's become a tradition, certainly within my spiritual life, and then through Moon River Wicca and the way that we have taught people is to celebrate Imbolc with a white feast. So eating white foods, so all the dairies are all good, bread is good, potatoes brilliant, pasta, it's like the least healthy. So we had pasta bake for dinner, followed by cheesecake. Which was brilliant. But it's once a year, and it's it's no less healthy than a Christmas dinner. So it's just the foods that are seasonal, and then sort of taking it up to the next level to make it kind of a thing. And chicken is considered a white food because it's white meat. Fish, perfect. Things like spring onions. There's no food police going to be like, you can't have that slice of beetroot because it's not white. It's just kind of an aim, in the same way that you might choose to eat fish on a Friday. We choose to have a white feast for Imbolc. But yeah, the information, other than what I kind of have inherently learned through the years, the most recent things that I can find are all linked to the idea of the goddess Brigid, and that her eating white food is like in honor of her. Hence the bread and the milk. Imbolc also comes from the phrase, I'm going to say it wrong, it's Olmelk, which means in the belly, and is to do with this idea of the earth quickening, and is also linked to lambing and dairy farming. So I think that's another way that French fries are white, potatoes are white, it's fine. Yeah, baked beans without sauce. So yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of ice cream, now's the time. It's the only festival that I've ever encountered sort of a specific food type. Although, we've all sort of the idea of having chocolate at Ostara fits in with the egg theme. Trying to think. Yeah. Chocolate Yule log at Yule. There's a lot of sweet stuff involved. It was one of the things that we found when we did the public rituals was we would have a potluck feast, where basically we would ask everybody to bring something, and then it would all get laid out and everybody would share. The idea being then that if you brought something that you liked, then there would definitely be something there that you could eat and you would know what was in it. But inevitably we would have some rituals where everybody brought dessert and some where everybody brought savoury. So it was always interesting to see what was brought. We did have one chap who would always bring grapes and Babybel, and they were always really popular. So yeah. Okay, last couple of questions if anybody's got any, and then we will wrap this up for the night. So yeah, I will try to be a little more organised for Ostara, and if there's anything specific that I feel like everybody should try and have so they can join in, then I will get a message out to you on the community tab and let you all know. Generally, it would just be something like a white candle. I'll try not to make it tricky or expensive or difficult to come by. I want these sessions to be as accessible as possible. So. So, and of course, if you're not completely sick of hearing my voice, I will be back tomorrow, not with a live, just with a video. I've got an unboxing for you tomorrow of crafty goodies. And then, yeah, another video Monday. And then Wednesday, we'll be back with a live, which will be the end of week 1 for the Hearts and Diamonds event. So the this is my canvas here that I'm not working on right now, but it's giving me wings. So, oh, the next planner video, there will be one this month. Hold on a second. Probably next week, maybe. Yeah, maybe next week. I'll do a planner video, and then I was thinking once I've got February out the way, I might do a planning live one Wednesday evening. So yeah, I think that's the plan. And I've got a just for fun colouring video coming up soon as well. So lots on the calendar. So thank you from the bottom of my witchy little heart, who has taken the time to be with me. It's so wonderful to share the season with you all. I hope that it's been interesting, enjoyable, and that you might have, I don't know, I don't want to say learn something, but oh, bye Helen. Oh, Diamond Pixie Craft, thank you so much. Thank you. You are too kind. Yes, thank you to everybody. Please do consider leaving a like, subscribe, become a member of the Crafty Coven. And I will see you in the next one. But until then, stay crafty. There we go.